Xbox gaming for life. Hello everybody, it's round 13 in the RDF1WC 2017. We're in Monza, Italy, at the Autodrome Nazionale Monza. This track is 5.7 kilometers long, 3.6 miles, has an elevation change of 12.8 meters, so relatively flat. There is 11 turns in this, and there are 2 DRS detection zones, one after the first Lesmo, the second just after the Parabolica on the back straight, on the start-finish straight. As we go to the grid now, there's Valtteri Bottas. He's currently 4th on the grid today, chasing down Lethal Sniper. He's got himself some points behind in this last few weeks, and he's looking to see if he can overturn it. There's Kimi Räikkönen, who's parked himself in 5th for today. And there's Jolyon Palmer on the grid. You can tell by the blue helmet he's not had a great season so far, and he may not be driving in that Renault, as we've said. The rumours are getting rife. We're going to go to Tad and Dougie in a moment, who are going to begin this race. Thanks Jim, I'm Tad Bennington and I'm here with Dougie Brown. Hello. We're about to get off here with Lethal Sniper. He's got all the lights are red and they're out. And he's making his way down the start-finish straight into Retifillo. He's got the Ferrari of Rosado gaining on him every second. Who's going to be first into the corner? Rosado's got the inside line. Lethal taking a slightly outside line but just closing it off. He was ahead and he is ahead, and he's already appearing to get a bit of a gap due to that. Rosado's had to put on the brakes to avoid the collision, and let's watch.
Hey, we got Rosaldo here. He's got a lot of revs going into there. So, a lot of wheel spin from Lethal Sniper and Rosaldo himself as well, I believe. The rears are going to be a bit messy after that.
And you can see the Ferrari had a better start and has got a bit of better straight line speed as he was pulling him in on the start-finish and through Retifillo. He was a bit timid, he didn't want to lose the rear end, and Lethal Sniper is now away. Yes, we've got Toast now, ToastParabola here, making his way up the championship. He's had a good last few races. It's been good since Austria, and that's a good, I suppose the Ferrari and his teammate are getting away, so not a greatest start from Toast, and as you can see, he's got Räikkönen, Hamilton and Bottas waiting to pounce as he moves to the inside. Little collision with Rosaldo there, and a bit of Bottas on the outside. Not what you want. They've held him back, they've struggled him in, and he's away, but he's behind Rosaldo.
Hey, got to love Italy, the Autodrome Nazionale Monza. As we come round Curva Grande with ToastParabola there.
And at the end of the first lap, Lethal Sniper is fastest. And that's what we knew, and as you can see there from the timings, he's already gained 2 seconds on Rosaldo and 3 seconds on his teammate ToastParabola, who's obviously closing that gap from 2nd to 3rd. And Toast here, oh Rosaldo, look at that, we've just seen it there, he's lost it on the curb and gone into the gravel as Toast goes past. Oh, and there's 19 runners now, so we're getting word that Lewis Hamilton is out of the race. Lewis Hamilton hit Rosaldo when Rosaldo was coming back on track, and I'm sure we'll get a replay of that in a moment as Lethal Sniper safely negotiates Retifillo there and is round Curva Grande. Got to love the power here, cycling through the gears. And as we see Rosaldo, a bit wide in the first part of the chicane, catches the curb, loses the rear, gets back on the gravel, absolutely fine, but Lewis pressured by Raikkonen, was almost forced into the Ferrari. I don't know if Kimi's playing some very strange tactics there. Rizaldo and Kimi are rivals at this point. They are not teammates. And Raikkonen may have pushed Hamilton into Rizaldo to hopefully take both of them out and further him on. The Ferrari of Rizaldo is still on track. It's going into the pits. I think he's coming in a little early at the start of lap 3 here because those tyres are now going to be ruined after that gravel.
Yes, that gravel trap is not nice for tyres, as you can see, and he's got the softs on now from the super softs. The allocations this week, as we can see, were super soft, and hard, with the wets and the intermediates, as always. But Rizaldo just coming out of the pits now, and where's he going to land? He's clearly in 19th. Nobody's pit yet, so we'll have to see how well this decision. He's got some clear air in front of him, and he's going to have to make up time as Lethal Sniper's coming in now, I suppose, to counteract. They don't want the undercut to be too big here. If Rizaldo can really make time up in that free air, then he's going to be on Lethal Sniper, and that's an excellent pit stop from these Red Bulls. As Kimi Raikkonen's coming in as well. Ferrari looking to take advantage and try out these softs, as Rizaldo seems to be setting some blistering times out there at the moment in these sectors. And as he comes down the back straight, he's got Stoffel Van Dorn ahead of him, technically nowhere near, so we hope that he can get there soon. And after this round of pit stops, we will really see whether this was a good decision by Ferrari or a bad decision. Rizaldo came in from 4th place behind his teammate Kimi Raikkonen. It's across the line. Raikkonen's coming out. Oh, and he's easily passed him. What a decision from the Ferrari. They came in a lap earlier and they've undercut their teammate. Rizaldo now back in front. This rivalry is going to be close between Raikkonen and Rizaldo for the rest of the year.
Oh my, it is, and we've got Lethal Sniper now coming around the second Lesmo, the first Lesmo, sorry. He's on Danny Kvyat after his pit stop, and he's got to look to get. He's put the power on too early there, coming down the Lesmo, and he's missed. The camber has taken him. Oh, the car's left the floor there. He's got some serious damage to that car. He's down in 16th, behind Rizaldo, 17th, behind Raikkonen now. Rizaldo technically is second place, because we've got Toast, who we're watching now, who is leading this race, and he is just going for the longer stint on these tyres, we believe. This is the 5th lap coming into the 6th lap, so he's gone an extra 2 laps now on these tyres, so it's an overcut from Rizaldo's point of view, but I don't know if the time that he had already made from the mistakes is there. Another 2.4 from Red Bull. That is excellent stuff. And ToastParabola is out of the pits.
Yes, he's got Lance Stroll in front of him. Kevin Magnussen's up there, just overtaking him. We've got Kvyat going past and Jolyon Palmer. So he's going to have 5 cars to overtake to get back to the top. But also, these cars in front of him have not pitted yet. So there is a good chance that ToastParabola will be regaining first place, as Rizaldo's up to 8th after a round of pit stops, and he's going to try on Pascal Wehrlein. Retifilo here. He's come from a long way back, and Pascal has just shut the door on him and said, nah, not past me. Wehrlein in an uncharacteristic position for the Saubers, a Ferrari behind them, and they're not being lapped. It's because he hasn't pitted yet. He's on the faster tyre, but look at the engine difference. They've got last year's Ferrari engine in the back of their car, and it shows as Rizaldo powers through Curva Grande and gets into the chicane ahead of Ericsson. A Lethal Sniper on these cold tyres here. These cold tyres have cost him and a bit of wing damage. He really couldn't put the power down around the Parabolica and has decided to come into the pits last minute. The Red Bulls are out there and they're frantically getting some tyres out. It looks like they're going to go super soft for him.
Super soft would be a great call at this point. Lethal Sniper needs to make up time. He does have 7 laps, so it's not unheard of, but 2 pit stops and 1 of them for a nose change. I really doubt he'll be getting anywhere near the podium today. At best, he's going to be just in the points, and I'm talking 10th at best, coming from 19th on the grid after 2 pit stops, when everybody else is just making 1. As we've got Toast, lights up the DRS, and look who he's behind. That's his favourite, Jolyon Palmer. The last few weeks we've seen an overtake from here, so Palmer knows what's coming into the Ascari chicane. Oh, and Toast just, no problem. Palmer's like, you're not my race, I'm letting you go. And Rizaldo goes fastest there with a 126.1. Not too bad there as he's coming up to the first chicane, and he's making ground on ToastParabola. And Lethal Sniper past Van Dorn here. We may see some excellent driving coming up soon. That's 1 overtake for Lethal so far. And our fastest lap to boot. 2 seconds, almost 1.5 seconds faster than Rizaldo, and there goes the Sauber of Marcus Ericsson, and we've got the Sauber of Pascal Wehrlein to go. So that's 2 places made up on the back straight, looking for Wehrlein trying to close it out.
Yes, he was trying to close him out there. We know he's trying to give a squeeze. Wehrlein feeling very confident today, just getting his elbows out there. And Lethal Sniper's passed him though, and Rizaldo here. We've got Rizaldo on Kvyat through the Ascari. Oh, Kvyat just getting ahead. There's a bit of contact there, but Rizaldo, that's excellent driving from the both of them. Kvyat giving as good as he could get, knowing that's all he's got in the engine. And we've got a replay here of Toast taking over Kvyat, because they're very close, Rizaldo and Toast, through the same part. No, the Ascari chicane, he wasn't close enough to get them moved up.
Oh, he wasn't close enough, but I'm sure on the back straight here, these two, obviously Toro Rosso, the sister team of Red Bull, Kvyat trying to give out Toast everything he's got, but Toast gets through there, and is he going to get past Magnussen already? Oh, look at that, he's got great traction on the inside, and he is past the Haas of Kevin Magnussen. And in goes Carlos Sainz to the pits, and Toast regains first place. Magnussen not coming in, trying to get the drag. Maybe that will help him later in the race. Get past Sainz and the like, as we've got Lethal Sniper through past Alonso on the Ascari chicane. That's a 4th overtake for Lethal Sniper in this lap. As ToastParabola, as you can see, Rizaldo is 3 seconds behind. Kimi Räikkönen is a further 7 back as Toast come through it to Philo.
Yes, 3 seconds back with 3 laps to go, with 5 laps to go. This seems a pretty big margin and a gap to make up. There are also cars in between them, the cars of Kevin Magnussen and Danny Kvyat. As we've got Toast coming through the Ascari chicane, we imagine Rizaldo will be overtaking Danny Kvyat now, compared to what we saw earlier. And Lethal Sniper on Jolyon Palmer, Brit on Brit. It's been a Brit madness today with Toast and Lethal Sniper getting through Jolyon Palmer. And as he comes round Curva Grande here with these super soft tyres, he is making up some good time. But we're going to go to a replay, and there you see, look at that, Kimi Räikkönen pushing Hamilton wide as Rizaldo was coming back on track. Dirty tactics from Räikkönen there. I don't know if the stewards are going to have a word with him as Lethal Sniper dispatches Danny Kvyat through the chicane.
I have seen things like that happen, and you don't want to force a driver off, you want to make him slow down, but Lewis Hamilton being Lewis Hamilton is never going to back out, and Rizaldo was just a sitting duck. He came on the track, 40 given him enough space. Oh, Sniper here getting the DRS on Magnussen. Oh, he's having to left and right, and he's really dived past it. And Danny Kvyat, Lethal Sniper moving up through the positions. Oh, Kvyat's lost it there. I don't know if there was contact between him and the Red Bull. He's got Nico Hülkenberg in his sights, and some points. As Rizaldo, 5th here at the moment, behind Valtteri Bottas. Let's have it's a replay of the overtake on Bottas earlier in the race. Oh, it's just a straight drag race, and look at that, the Ferrari, he's outbraked the Mercedes. I think we're showing it just to show that Ferrari are not that far behind Mercedes this year. And now we're back to Lethal Sniper, who's on Nico Hülkenberg, coming down the back straight into the Parabolica. He's got one. Oh, I thought he was going to go for Roman Grosjean there.
Yeah, me too, Dougie. He's got him now, of course, but I thought he was going to make a ridiculous move there. We've got Esteban Ocon in front, and I think it's Felipe Massa in front of him. But we'll find out in a second as soon as Lethal gets past, which I'm sure will be into the Retifilo. Look at this. Oh, they're too wide. It's Stroll and Ocon. Lethal thinks better. He knows that he doesn't want to compromise his race by being silly. Stroll holding on here, but I don't know for how much longer, as Sniper has much better traction. He's gone round the outside of Esteban Ocon there. Very risky as Ocon was moving outside, and I'm sure he's going to dispatch Lance Stroll around the Curva Grande and down into the chicane, no problems. Lethal Sniper, what an excellent drive from him. He is driver of the day today.
I can't agree with you more there. He's definitely driver of the day today after the mistake that he had to get back up from 19th after 2 pit stops. What an excellent drive. He is in 7th place now, so he's going to get some points as Toast is coming round the Parabolica for the last time. This is going to be another victory for the Red Bull driver, his 2nd of the year.
Yes, what an excellent victory for Toast. It's well deserved. He didn't make a mistake. He got past where he needed to. Rizaldo climbing back from 5th on the grid after that mistake in the gravel. and he gets himself on the podium in second place in front of his teammate Kimi Räikkönen, which is so vital. And Lethal Sniper here, and actually as you saw, Rizaldo was only 1 second away from Toast, so he was really closing in that final lap, as Lethal Sniper I'm sure was closing on the men in front of him. But they just needed a few more laps to have those two drivers, and it could have got really juicy. But as it is, we've got Toast at the front, Rizaldo confirmed in second, Lethal Sniper in 7th. It looks like Toast has run out of petrol there, fuel even, which is why Rizaldo could have been Toast has run out of fuel, which is why Rizaldo could have caught up with him there. And there goes Toast himself, round the Lesmos, and he is just happy with that victory for Red Bull.
Aye, what a great victory for Red Bull, and I'm going to run down the standings for you here today. We've got ToastParabola in first with an excellent race, no mistakes from him. Rizaldo getting second ahead of his teammate Kimi Räikkönen. Valtteri Bottas is in fourth, Felipe Massa fifth, Sergio Perez in sixth. Lethal Sniper, great recovery up to 7th. And then behind him we've got Lance Stroll, Esteban Ocon, Roman Grosjean, Nico Hülkenberg, Kevin Magnussen, Danny Kvyat, Jolyon Palmer, Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso, the two Spaniards together there, Wehrlein, Ericsson and Stoffel van Dorn. Lewis Hamilton retired today, and as you'll see, Valtteri Bottas retakes the lead in the championship by 1 point over Lethal Sniper. Lewis Hamilton's now a further 50 points behind them both. Kimi Räikkönen is closing and is only 53 points behind, so he's very close to Lewis Hamilton, and Rizaldo is very close to his teammate there. We've got ToastParabola, who is closing the gap as well. He's 100 points behind the lead, but he is only 40 points behind Rizaldo. Then we've got Massa, Perez, Ocon, Grosjean, Stroll, Sainz, Kvyat, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Palmer, Alonso, Van Dorn, Ericsson and Wehrlein. We're going to go over to the standings in the constructors at the minute. Mercedes was 374 points, Red Bull are a further 54 behind, and Ferrari are a further 66. Force India are the best of the rest with a 261. Then we've got Williams 277 behind on 97 points. Then Haas quite a jump behind on 52. Then the Toro Rossos on 33, Renault on 15, and McLaren on the sole solitary point. Over to Jim for the podium now. Thank you, Dougie, and it's quite a luck out there. We've got two Ferraris on the podium today. Sadly, neither of them on the top step. That's taken by the Red Bull of ToastParabola. He's very happy with that win today, and I'm sure his team and Christian Horner are too, as they celebrate this victory. Rizaldo there, making some great gains and taking it away from his fellow compatriot, the Finn. As you can see, the Red Bull team are ecstatic down there, and what a victory for Toast. Tad's with the drivers, so we're going to go over to him now. Just a nice image of Toast crossing the line there as the victor. Over to you, Tad, with the drivers. Toast, you played it safe and it paid off for you today. Rizaldo and Lethal making minor mistakes, which you were able to capitalise on. How does the win feel?
Yeah, it feels great to have won, and like I said yesterday, consistency is always going to be key here. It's a very fast track, and every time you make a mistake, it's going to cost you a lot of time. I held it together where others were making mistakes, and it paid off.
Making ground on Rizaldo and Mercedes this race. So was the weekend a great success?
Oh yeah, every point is going to be vital if we're going to secure that Constructors' Championship. And yeah, if I can get ahead of Rizaldo in both our rookie seasons, then I may be a happy man.
Well, thank you very much. We hope you enjoy the evening and the celebrations to follow.
Rizaldo, what have you got to say about that then? Lewis Hamilton having to retire after hitting into yourself, you going off into the gravel, losing some places, but ultimately finishing where you started in second.
Well, me and Lewis have spoken to Kimi about that. We did think it was a bit stupid considering I was coming back onto the track in a safe manner. But hey, what can we say? Finishing second this weekend, it seemed to be on the cards all the weekend, no matter what happened. Toast played it excellently and managed to get into the lead. I was closing him down, and I could have done with one more lap, I think, and I would have really challenged for that lead, but sadly it was not to be. Maybe my tires were just going off near the end, I don't know. I have no idea, but yeah, second's not a bad result, especially the way that we've been going for most of the season. I just have to focus and continue pushing on for the remainder.
You're 60 points behind Valtteri. Do you believe that that's a bridge too far for the remainder of this season?
Well, I'm a firm believer that anything is possible, and 60 points is not too much. It's 2 and a bit race wins. If they have engine failures, anything like that, I could always catch up. So that's always the aim. Finish as high as I can, and obviously beat Kimi. Get above him as best as I can. I've had a few races. We move away from Europe now, which I'm more familiar with, and we move into the Asian circuit, which I'm not too familiar with, but we see how it goes. I'll enjoy it, and as this is my first season, I'm having a blast. It certainly seems like you are. Thank you very much, Rizaldo. Lethal Sniper. Lethal, 7th place, and Valtteri is back in front. What happened out there today?
Ah, Tad. As you all saw, I lost the rear end coming out of the second Lesmo as my tyres were still cold, having come in the previous lap. I just couldn't get the heat into the tyres, and they let me down. Before that, I had gained a 5-second advantage over my nearest competitor, so it really was a missed opportunity. And yeah, Valtteri's back in front, but not for long. I plan on changing that in Singapore.
You were flying, and there was a whole highlight reel on you for the overtakes out there. You overtook 5 cars in 1 lap. How was the racing out there for you?
Sadly, the result's obviously not what I wanted, and records are not really what you race for, but it is nice when they come along. The car was great today, and I had fun at times, but to know the win was on the cards and not get it is quite frustrating, and I'm struggling to see past that at the moment. But there we go, on to Singapore.
Well, thank you very much everybody for joining us today. That was Monza, round 13 in the RDF1WC 2017. The next round's at Singapore, so we hope you can all stay tuned, and or should I say tune in for that. And what a race we've had today. Lethal Sniper had some blistering pace, but could only finish 7th due to a slip at the Lesmos. Rizaldo catching Toast at the end there, but Toast getting through, not making any mistakes today, and deservedly taking that victory. Tune in next time, but until then, as always, be excellent to one another. If you like these videos, subscribe, give me some likes, turn on your notifications, and if you're feeling particularly fruity, follow me on Twitter at Sib1kenobi.